Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody! I am so blessed because on Christmas Day, you get to see the recording of the final book that you are reading through. Congratulations. What an amazing accomplishment. You guys are pretty incredible, and it is great to see what the Lord continues to do through you as you have made this commitment. You deserve a big... Great job, guys. Let's jump into the book of Nehemiah because that is our last book, and it is absolutely an extraordinary book. Now, in the book of Nehemiah, we see the documentation of a remarkable man who was moved by the Spirit of God to accomplish a work and a purpose that is absolutely unbelievable. And what this guy does is beyond anybody's capacity to be able to understand because it was a work of God, and it certainly wasn't a work of Nehemiah. Now, Nehemiah starts off with a man who is burdened because of the condition of his nation. And I think it speaks volumes to us because there's a lot of spiritual leaders today that do not understand what it means to have that kind of burden. They don't know what it means to have a burden for their country. They don't understand what it means to be moved by understanding the trouble that a nation is in. And when men of God are moved by the Spirit of God concerning the burden that they have for their nation, amazing things happen. And this is what happened with Nehemiah, because Nehemiah was in a very remarkable and useful place, serving under the Persian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire. And what is even more remarkable about Nehemiah's influence and what he was actually able to do is the fact that God used the burden of a man, the patriotism, the courage, the prayer, the action, and the perseverance of a man to do something absolutely amazing. So what happens is the king sees him in a burdened condition, and he speaks to the king about the condition that he is feeling with respect to the Persian Empire. He says, listen, I know I'm here serving, but I'm having a very difficult time with the condition of my nation. And of course, Artaxerxes Longimanus in Nehemiah chapter 2 makes the declaration to restore and rebuild Jerusalem. Now, for those of you that might not understand the significance of that declaration, it was actually prophesied in Daniel chapter 9, and it starts the countdown that takes us all the way to March 29th, 33 AD, the very moment when Jesus stepped through the city gates of Jerusalem on that Palm Sunday. It was predicted by Daniel. You can go through my review of Daniel where I actually talk about this and explain the math as into how it was exact and perfect in that day, and Nehemiah does an amazing job. Now, here's the thing you're going to learn with Nehemiah. You are going to learn that when you are a spirit-filled brother or sister, you are all about building, not tearing down. If you notice the hard left, all they do is tear down, and those who are walking righteously, all they do is build. And so as God puts it upon the heart of Nehemiah to start building, he faces opposition, lots of opposition. And these people are seeking to completely tear down everything that Nehemiah is seeking to build up. Perhaps one of my most favorite passages in the book of Nehemiah is Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 17. For those of you that are in California law enforcement, you understand that 417 is the code that we use when somebody is in possession of a gun. And what is interesting about Nehemiah 417 is it documents the warriors, men holding swords in one hand while they've got bricks in the other, and they're building. So they're defending their nation while they're building their nation. And it's a practically beautiful picture, and there are so many amazing things that come as a result of the wall being built. We learn so much, by the way, about how God ordains the connection of politics and the Bible. We learn a lot about how God wants a nation to be run from the book of Nehemiah, and we learn a lot about what it means to dedicate and to make covenants before the Lord. And I can just tell you this, the reforms that Nehemiah brings into the picture are remarkable, especially the documentation of those final reforms that we read about in Nehemiah chapter 13. Folks, this is an amazing book. I cannot think of a better day to present it to you. And I want to stop to just pause and tell you how much of a blessing it has been to be with you on this journey throughout the year. I have worked extraordinarily hard to be able to bring all of these to you, and it has been amazing. It's been fun. It's been a blessing, and I am so blessed that on the very day that we celebrate the greatest gift to humanity, right, the celebration of Jesus Christ, I'm here to tell you that I'm honored to be your pastor. I'm honored to be to have that input as a spiritual voice in your lives. I'm honored to be working with my dear brother and sister Charlie and Erica Kirk. I'm so blessed to have been there with them as they started their family and continue serving the Lord in their family together. And folks, you ain't getting rid of me. I know. Please don't quit. Please don't get rid of the app. I'm going to be around for the following year, and it's going to be awesome. And my goal, I want you to know this, and I know this is Erica's goal, this is Charlie's goal, to make sure you are the best equipped, most taught people out there. That as you tune into the BIBLEin365 app, you are going to get the best teaching, you are going to get the best guidance, and you are going to grow as men and women of God, and you're going to be encouraging your walk. It's been amazing walking you through these 66 books and giving you all the devotionals that we've done. It's been amazing to be able to share all of my teaching with you, and I'm honored to continue to be a part of your lives. Remember, you can always go to jameskaddis.com, calvarychapelsignalhill.com, lightonthehillradio.com. You can even look me up on pray.com and many other .coms and .coms and .coms and orgs and all that other stuff. It's all available. Simply search it out. You've got all of my teaching through the Bible that's available to you. A lot of my life's work is available, and something like, I want to say like 8,000 studies available, all for free. Dig in. Love you guys. God bless you. Keep fighting the good fight. And Merry Christmas.